Is he going to ship 2 tournaments in 2 days? I mean, we still got a ways to go. Still have a ways to go before we actually win. Just going to call. I don't hate 3-betting, though. It's one of the downsides to doing this. Woo! Got some moves today. Got some moves today. Let's go. Yeah, you could play that one back. You could look at what I had. Whew. That's not my flop. Kind of feels like he's got no repair. Like jacks. But jacks, it feels like the only problem with that, maybe like kings, I guess. Like, I guess you could have like ace-2 suited too, but I almost want to, like, I think I want to call this. I don't know how he's bluffing necessarily, but I guess you have queens, kings. Like, the problem is I block kings. He could have queens. He can have aces. I don't think he'd have aces either, though. I mean, like, I'll be honest. Like, part of me feels like he has queen-8 suited. That's part of why I want to call. But like, I kind of feel like queen-8 suited would just stab the flop. Ugh. King 4 off. I told you could have fucking queen 8. Yes! Fuck yeah. Woo! Woo! That's fucking awesome. Yes! Woo! Fucking amazing. Yes. Oh my god. But yeah, as far as going from mid stakes or like low stakes to like higher stakes, the quant video, the reason I think it's so basically like it's like unlocking something. And like the reason I think, and I don't just say that to sell videos, but it's because this is the way that I think. So it's like my thought process versus how other people think. And so for example, most people, like particularly when they watch me play, right? I'll give you like the cliffs of the video. So like most people when they watch me play, if my range really strongly interacts with the flop, they expect me to defend that flop a lot. If my range misses a flop, in most situations, but not all. If my range misses a flop, they expect me to fold a lot. And when I don't fold, they get really surprised. Well, if you're using a quantitative framework for playing no limit hold'em, you are supposed to defend both of those 2 flops at the exact same frequency. Like, that's a simplification, but approximately. Okay, bear with me. So if we miss one flop and we smash another one, and our opponent bets into us, right? We're supposed to fold at the same clip on both flops. And so you can think about what the implications of that are. And if you have no idea how to figure out how often or what that might look like or what the fuck I'm talking about, Introduction to Quantitative Strategies video. And so that framework for thinking is radically different. Like putting a quantitative strategy first is radically different from how most people play. Most people look at their cards, they see if they have interaction with the flop, and then they like make their decisions based on those types of interactions. My team doesn't play that way at all. We put math first, okay? And the Introduction to Quantitative Strategies video is about that. That's what it's about. So, you know, like obviously the biggest thing I can do is for people. I know that there's 1,400 people watching, and most of you are just like looking for entertainment. That's great, but there are some people who are looking for me to give them like guidance on how to climb. And if you're using a different framework for thinking, like if you're thinking about a completely different subset of variables than your opponents are, I could probably fold this hand. Sorry, buddy. This is close. It's really close. His range should be so strong that I could probably fold this hand, but it's gonna be close-ish. And I think calling's fine, but it's probably like kind of close. The whole pitch about using a quantitative strategy is it assumes that you don't know what the other guy's doing. That's the whole reason to use it. Is you don't know what, and so the less you know about your opponent, the more you should be using quantitative strategies. Like if you don't know much about the other guy or what he's gonna do, then you can't really exploit him. I mean, like not really. You can try to exploit population tendencies in a mass way, like, you know, big broad database analysis and But if you don't know anything, you can't do that either. But you can do some really basic division, or like have an idea of how the division works and understand that, like, okay, like if this guy's betting a quarter pot, I should defend 80% of my range or something. Like you can get that type of, I don't want to give too much away because I have a video, but that doesn't take insight into what the other guy's doing. You just have to see what he bet and make a decision. It's really easy. Pretty sure this hand just bet calls off and kind of hates life. Boom. Ace of spades, baby. Got that blocker. But, like anytime you see someone that's just like anything else, if you pour a bunch of work into something and if it pays off, you're super proud of it, So it's awesome. But, at the same time, it's also just really disappointing when it doesn't work out with other guys who you think are talented and for whatever reason it doesn't play out the way that you want it to. Cuts both ways. Looks like I might get called, which would suck. I got a hand to run him down, though. Told you. Let's get there. Boom! Hand to run him down. Hand to run him down. I got 5-4 suited, man. I got 5-4 suited. If I get jammed on there too, it's gonna be gross. I feel like the shoving range comes from king, queen, and queens. Both are, king, queen's not very likely, but queens is. I'm gonna bet here, I think. Can you talk about the transition from player to CEO or like running BBZ? How did you decide to, because I don't really, CEO is kind of like, sounds too bossy. How did you decide to move into the knowledge market? It's very, like the evolution for me was very organic, which I think is how it normally works. I actually think double barreling his hands like got some very attractive components to it, but yeah, we have basically 3 stacks that look like this guy. So as far as like other people that might go broke soon, we do have 3 stacks that look very similar to this player here, and obviously like I could just punt it off and bust against any one of these guys. Oh shit. Right when the music comes on, we got the nuts. We got the nuts. Oh yeah, that's great. That was great. Thanks, guys. That's exactly what I wanted. Fucking blinds. Alright, here we go. Something. Come on, just call. Yes! Yes! Yes, the worst hand sucked out. We're done with this shit. It's over. Oh my gosh, that took forever. That took so long. Final table, guys. How sick is it if I just bust right now? We've spent all this time waiting. I don't know if that's very good. Like, there's a really reasonably high chance I'm supposed to call still. The reason it's kind of confusing is because this player's using like a very high frequency RFI. So, and I have kind of a lot of chips. Like, it's close. It's close. Hey YouTube, BBZ here, and I am just announcing our brand new website, BBZpoker.com. We've got the same products and services that you're used to on the former website. With some new additions, we've got the ICM course there, and we're going to continue to provide updates to our total video library, and we've got access to some other things there, so you can go check that out, BBZpoker.com. Really look forward to seeing you. Thanks very much, guys. There we go. That sucks. Pretty wide open. Tried to get me. Ain't having it. Ain't having it. Trying to get me to put in some money. Nope. All right. Got a bit of a playable. Ugh. Fuck. Oh yes. Oh, I didn't even think I should ask. I was like, I don't even think that I don't think that call's like, that call is just hell for me. Like, I don't, like, really hell for me. Like, it's just, I didn't like calling, and I'm like, I don't know if I should fold. It's something for me to check in the ICM course later, using the same stuff that you guys would check with if you got into a tough spot. But like that spot, a spot like that's really, for me, it feels really close. Like, I know he's not bluffing, but like I feel like a lot of people just jam pairs that are just like way too far down. And like I have ace queen suited. I would fold it offsuit with no questions. But like having ace queen suited with how many pairs I expect him to have, it makes it difficult. So I called with the suited variation of my hand. It's also, I'm also comforted by when I make the decision to call that it can't be that big of a mistake, in the sense that like there aren't that many hands. Like, it's exactly ace queen suited that's hard. I mean, ace king is obviously easy. But yeah, like ace king offsuit's easy, ace jack suited's easy, I just fold. Ace queen offsuit's easy, I just fold. So like it's only ace queen suited that's like really hard and miserable as hell. And I happen to have that exact hand, and I'm like, well, and in my head, like I said, I'm kind of like, well, I know this spot sucks, but like I'm not here with any other hands, so it's not like I'm going to be making some big mistake that's getting repeated across my range, which is like one of the things that is kind of like people that don't study, you know, like if you study poker, one of the concerns you might have is if you fuck up with king 7 suited, are you also fucking up with king 6 or king 8 or king 9 or king 5 or king 4, right? And so in the situation we were just in, I didn't have that problem. I was like, oh, this is going to be awkward with my hand with ace queen suited, but it won't be awkward with anything else. So like if I punt here, I only have 4 combos of the suited hand. It's not that big a deal. So I called, knowing all of those things, and then he shows me ace king, and I'm like, I'm the worst. Just like, I'm the worst. Just the worst. So I wasn't even going to say anything. Just let it run out and loose. Take it like a man. I have alternative answers to this, or like, yeah, I have like an alternative to calling here, but. Seeing you guys going nuts now for that ace queen of diamonds hand. Yeah, that was just ridiculous. I don't know. There we go. That's what we needed to see. When he called, I was a little worried. I'll be honest. Flops king 9-8, I was a little more worried. I was like, fuck, here we go. I might even get check jammed on here. So it was nice to have that not happen. Nice to have that not happen. I was gonna show this down. I'm gonna lose to like ace 7 or something, but it's fine. I mean, what do you want me to do? I had ace queen suited, guys. Like, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? You want me to fold? Fuck. It's fucking hard to fold ace queen suited. It's not like I called with like, you know, ace 7 off. Like I had ace queen suited. My hand was kind of nice. So I called. He had a better hand. I was worried about the kicker. I was worried about the kicker. If I had king 9, I would have jammed, but I didn't, so. Come on, just get tired of me and punt it in, man. Got a 4-bet at some point. Just jam 9s. Just jam 9s. That's pretty good. Feels good winning that pot. Especially after that 10-9, Jack-9 kind of semi-cooler blind versus blind top pair and a top pair. Glad he didn't jam on me to Jack-9 too, because I would call. I mean, if he has aces, he has aces, I guess. Ugh, he has aces. Super sick, super sick. It's one of the spots in No Limit Hold'em where I'm pretty comfortable going broke, though. So I want to thank everybody that's with me today. So thanks, guys. It was a good stream. You know, fuck, it does a sick cooler. But yeah, make sure you're following me on Twitch, guys. Head over to YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Again, I appreciate everybody who's here. If you're a new player to No Limit Hold'em and you're trying to get better, we've got an introduction to quantitative strategies video on bbzpoker.com as well as bbzstaking.com. You can go check that video out. We've also got the ICM course for those of you that are looking for something more advanced, trying to improve your in-the-money play where all the money gets decided. The course will pay for itself. In my opinion, the course would probably end up paying for itself relatively quickly. So I think most people have no clue what they're doing with their ICM adjusted strategy, and this should, you know, hopefully help you out with respect to that. All right, guys, thanks very much, and I'll see you guys later. Cheers. Bye-bye.